AC Show. Big Dog AC Show. Thanks for listening. Thanks for having us back in your whatever you listen to.
Your bedroom, your car,
wherever.
Your bathroom, wherever you're listening.
Whatever you're listening on. We appreciate it. Snacks, we were going to do a show last weekend, but Snacks had some things he had to take care of. His dog, Gracie J, ended up passing away last weekend.
Yep.
So, here's to Gracie J, and she was a great dog. So we'll try to get Snacks on in next week or so. But that's always tragic when you have to deal with something like that. And the way that it was all happening, with she got diagnosed with cancer, but they were going to treat the cancer. Mm-hmm. And then she got blood. When they took her to the emergency room, they wouldn't do anything for her until they got payment.
Which is ridiculous
because, I was asking you the other day about, how come humans can go to the emergency room and you take care of humans, but you don't do the same for a pet. Pets are family too, mm-hmm. and I think they should do that. So she ended up passing away. So it's been a rough week or so. So yeah. We wish all the love and everything, Snacks and his family, and that was a great dog. Definitely,
she was a good dog. And their Snacks and his family are going to be setting up a fund. They don't have it set up yet, but they want to raise money and just keep it in a fund so that if other people have issues and they can't pay the emergency vet,
right,
then they'll step in and pay the vet. So right. Now I'm gonna start crying.
They're setting up a foundation, so he's working on all that, and we'll get the links up on our website and get the links up on all of our platforms. So if you get into that situation, like you said, and you can't get your dog taken care of, and it's an emergency, obviously that's why you go to the emergency room. So then, that foundation will help pay for that. And so once he gets all that set up and everything in place, we'll let you know all about that.
And we don't know if it's just dogs. I'm hoping that he'll say cats too, because obviously we have a cat.
Yeah. It's animals in general. Mm-hmm. They need the reason you go to the emergency room is to get them taken care of.
Yeah, it's an emergency.
Right. You're not there just to take them. So.
And this is not against all emergency vets. This is this one particular one.
Right.
We're not going to say the name of it, but they didn't. I don't think they handled things appropriately.
No, they wanted this astronomical amount of money, and obviously you don't have that. You're worried about your animal, and you want to get your animal taken care of. Didn't do anything to Gracie for 2.5 hours before they did anything to her.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of crap. So anyways, we'll let you know all about that. And, we send our love and prayers to Snacks and his family. She was a great dog. So you have a movie review, and you're going back in time for this one.
I am. Yep. And because a couple weeks ago, we talked about me never seeing this movie. And so I ordered it because you can't get on demand anymore. So I actually had to pay
on VHS or something.
Yeah. Oh my God, if it's even on VHS.
Yeah.
I had to fucking pay $1.99 for this fucking movie, and I don't know if it was even worth me spending $1.99.
Yep.
I'm sorry, and I'm sure a lot of people love this movie.
Right.
And they think it's great, and I'm just. To me, it was built up in my head so like, oh, this is going to be so scary and shit. Yeah. But I freaked myself out. I was like worrying about it and stuff. And when I actually watched it, I was like, oh my God, really? Okay.
We'll talk about that a little later on. Also, we talked about Backstage, some stuff that, Backstage access that we've been to and been through, and a bunch of different things that we've seen. So we'll get into that. What's one of your Backstage adventures do you remember?
Me?
You.
Or the listeners?
Well, we didn't get we didn't get any response. We wanted people to send us an email, drop a line, and let us know what their Backstage stuff was. So,
well, someone did tell us when they were listening to our last show when we were doing the birthdays and we were talking about NXS.
Right.
So this one listener, she saw them when I think she said she was 17. Yeah, she was 17. And she actually, her and her group of friends and girlfriends, I think she said her brother and stuff, were invited back to the hotel room and everything to party.
Uh-oh.
Party with them.
Look out.
Yep. And I'm sure it was probably a good old time, but she said when they found out she was 17, they're like, nope, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
You're out.
Yep.
So I think that's funny. And at least they were smart about that. At least in excess or the people around them were like, no.
Yeah.
you don't want to get caught
Check your
with
ID.
yeah. So that was something interesting. I was like, no shit.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, because we did talk about In Excess that last show, didn't we?
Yeah, because there was a birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of mine, I think, was we went. Me and my bass player went to a Kiss concert, and we had backstage passes at a Kiss concert. We're thinking, man, we're gonna meet the Kiss. We're gonna meet the guys that they were the ones that pretty much started it all for us. And we're standing there, and we're all, yeah, here we go. And then all of a sudden, these big old security guards come in and just tell everybody to leave. And we're like, we got passes, and he said, no. When Kiss comes through to go on stage or whatever, you can't see him or meet him or anything like that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, we were like, what? And they kicked us out of there.
So what's the fucking point of having a backstage pass if you're not? You're going to see the back of the stage. You're going to see their dressing room, but you're not going to meet them.
That was it.
That's bullshit.
We were not going to argue with these dudes. They were huge. And
Really?
We were like, okay, no problem. We'll just leave. But I mean, the best part about that was we were back there looking around, and the way they do their stage and all that stuff that they use and the big stage, and I was looking at all that going, man. Of course, Kiss goes way over the top when they do a show. So
yeah, with all the pyrotechnics and all the different stuff. So, how old were you then when this happened?
I think this was the reunion tour in '96. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
I had a chance to see them in 1982 when 1980 Dynasty tour at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Killer, man. Great show. And it's Kiss. You get a show when you go see them. So, and then in '96 we decided we were going to go, and we got hooked up, and it didn't even matter. It was like, get out of here.
So did you get a beer? Did they have drinks for you back then?
No, we were just waiting to meet Kiss, and they kicked us out.
No sandwiches?
No sandwiches.
No Skittles, M&Ms, or
no snacks.
no fucking water?
Yep. No.
You're just backstage in an empty room.
Speaking of beer, what beer are we drinking tonight?
Oh, hey, look at that segue.
Yep.
Yes, we are drinking Figueroa Mountain Brewing Company, their 101 Blonde Ale.
Pretty good beer.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And they ship to you, too. You can check them out online. They'll ship you beer and stuff.
Oh, yeah. This was brewed in Buellton, California, but they have breweries on the Central Coast in California. And we used to live by here.
Right.
So we picked some up.
Yep.
Yeah, a case.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Almost all gone already. The
Yeah.
case is almost all gone.
It's good. It's good beer.
It is a good beer.
101 from Figueroa Mountain. Bigdog AC show. Man, backstage stuff. Jeez, I don't know. I'd have to say.
You have a lot. Didn't you meet Jackal? What about Jackal?
Jackal was cool. They were opening for Aerosmith. Me and my friend Mark went to that one, and we were just hanging out. And Jackal guys were great. Aerosmith guys were cool.
Really, even Steven Tyler.
Everybody was cool. Brad Whitford was. I asked him if he had my Sharpie. Did he take my Sharpie? And he said, "I'm a millionaire, man. I don't need to steal your Sharpie."
As he puts it in his pocket.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like,
need your fucking
okay,
Sharpie.
Brad. Thanks a lot, man. There's a lot of them. A lot of backstage. You met a couple bands.
Well, yeah, and there were two specific backstage with you, but I have a couple that before you that actually met people.
Yeah.
On my own.
Uh-huh.
Well, I met Big Bad Voodoo Daddy,
Okay.
swing band for those of you who don't know, but I like
sure
swing
people
music
know
too.
who they are.
I hope they do because they're still around. They're still touring and doing stuff, so I think they're pretty popular still. But I met them at Tower Records before one of their concerts, so it wasn't really backstage, but I did meet them. So they signed a CD for me, and I still have it.
That's
So
cool.
I think it's cool, yeah. And so every time I see them, I'm like, I met them, and they were really nice.
They're really cool.
Everybody, they were really super nice. They're like, thanks for coming out. Tower Records, was the shit at the time.
Oh, yeah.
There's no Tower Records anymore.
Not
but
anymore. That was the big deal. Big record release parties, and you can go get the band would be there while they're releasing their album. You know.
Yeah, and this was awesome. It was it was fun. But the guys were really super nice, and they're really appreciative of everybody that came out to see them and stuff. So they were really nice. I like them. And then I met Lit.
Oh,
the
yeah.
band when they were touring
My
with
Own
the
Worst
Offspring.
Enemy.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, with that CD, They were doing this thing where they would have the after party meet and greet type thing after the concerts at bowling alleys, wherever they were at. So it was because, when that My Own Worst Enemy, they're in a bowling alley.
Right,
that's in the video.
Yeah.
So they did a bowling alley thing. And so me and I want to say three of my girlfriends at the time. So we went and we kind of saw them like 2 or 3 different places. We kind of like followed them around.
Oh, jeez.
It was cool because I love the Offspring though too.
Right.
The Offspring was my main thing, but those guys were really nice too, and they were fun. And in fact, we got pictures with them. Oh man, I should dig those up and post those because that was pretty cool. And that's back when I was, mid-20s. I'm gonna say mid-20s because I met you when I was late 20s, right? So
Yep.
So this is before you. So this is like mid-20s. So I'd like to say that I was attractive.
You still are attractive.
Oh, thank you. See, I was waiting for that. It took you a little longer to say that, but anyways, we were young and having fun and stuff like that. So, so they signed my stomach. I have pictures of that, and so I don't know. We just went, and it was fun.
They signed your stomach.
Yes, and so then we saw them. Okay, so we saw them that one time, and then the next time when they saw us, they're like, "Oh, hey, you guys are here too." It's like, "Yep, we're here again."
You guys, what are you up to?
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Yep.
And those guys are really nice. I don't know that they're doing anything
Well, I don't think
now.
any bands are doing anything. Maybe this year we'll get some concerts and get some bands out there and finally get to see Alice Cooper.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Please, Alice.
He just celebrated a birthday. So
Yeah, he did this past week.
he looks pretty good.
He looks great, and he's still releasing new music. So
Yeah, he's doing it. He's got a new song out, and it'll be cool to see him if he comes out again. Hopefully, we'll get to see some bands this year.
I hope so.
Definitely.
So those are my 2 before you, and then after I met you, then we saw Godsmack.
Yeah, we got to see Godsmack.
Backstage.
Godsmack was cool.
They were nice. They're all very short.
I remember we rode the Harleys there. It was me and you and my brother and his wife, and rode the Harleys to the show and got to the show. And I called the guy and he said, "How many people you got with you?" And I said 4. And he sent a golf cart up, picked us up, took us back, got to hang out with the band and stuff.
That was fun.
You're about as tall as the lead singer
I
too.
know.
The pictures of
know.
me and my brother with the lead singer. Man,
I know. I'm 5'3".
Yeah.
5'3", 5'4". He is not much taller than me.
No.
If taller than me.
No,
I mean, honestly, he's short.
He's a little dude, but he was cool. They were all really cool people to hang out with and talk to and stuff. And
Yeah, except one of the band members, he had a Raiders shirt on.
oh yeah.
And I think he got mad at me because, the Raiders aren't doing that great. And back then, they really weren't doing, they sucked.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, you're a Raiders fan? I'm sorry." And he got all mad and he walked away.
Yeah, he got mad at you. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
So it's like, I'm sorry, you're a regular person. You're wearing a football shirt and I'm going to comment. I know you're a big star, but come on.
Yeah.
Really? You're going to let that? You can't talk to me like
It's
that.
a football team, and tomorrow I'll be in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm going to watch it. I'm not a big Tom Brady fan. So I don't think I'm going to watch the Super Bowl.
You have a certain opinion about Tom Brady.
I just think, we won't get into it.
You can.
No,
it's not politics. We're just not in politics.
I just, it's just hard for me to understand if you're that good, then your former team gets caught cheating. You get caught cheating. If you got to cheat to be that good, how good are you?
Right.
So I just hope that the Kansas City Chiefs blitz him on every play and he's out. And that's it. Then I'll turn it on. Then I'll turn it on and watch the game.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, he might do it.
He might do it. Yep, Sideshow Bob.
I swear he looks like Sideshow Bob. And I am not the only one, because when I looked it up to show you,
right?
Because you don't necessarily know who Sideshow Bob is.
Yeah,
from
I know
The
who he is
Simpsons.
now.
Yeah. But I was not the first one to do that, because you search for it and it pops up. So other people are searching to see that.
Yeah,
and they have them side by side.
I know.
So funny.
I think it's the haircut, isn't it?
I think so.
I think so. so that's tomorrow, the big game tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people will be checking it out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I might watch it just for the commercials. The commercials are funny. So
yeah. But, a lot of sponsorships have pulled out now. They're saying they're going to donate for COVID research, but that's it. I'm not going to comment about that.
I think as soon as the Buccaneers got into the Super Bowl, here we go again. Another Super Bowl with Tom Brady. Nobody wants to advertise. Nobody cares. I'd be surprised what the rating of the Super Bowl is. You know?
And then, I'm sorry, but the halftime show of the weekend, is he popular enough to warrant him?
I guess
no,
he is. I mean,
no.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard some of his music, but I don't know if he's popular enough, like you said, to put him in a halftime show.
No, because he's not. Okay, last year they had J-Lo,
right?
Shakira. They're basically global.
Right. They are global, and they shake their butts. And
yes,
that makes all the difference.
I like Shakira though. I do like her music.
Yeah.
But then they've had, who am I thinking of now? They had Janet Jackson.
Yep.
Justin Timberlake when that whole Nipplegate thing that popped out. But those are global stars too.
Yep.
I just don't see The Weeknd.
I don't see what. Well, who knows? They've had Bruce Springsteen, they've had Kiss.
Yeah.
They've had all kinds of different bands and stuff, and Lady Gaga was good when she did it.
Yes. Okay. Those are global.
I don't know who picks the bands, and I don't know why they. But we'll see what he can do. We'll see what he's all about.
I guess. I mean, they're definitely going to have a lot of extra over-the-top theatrics, and I'm wondering if they're going to have some random person, other celebrity, pop in to sing.
Yeah,
it can't just be him.
Guest stars and different people coming through.
Yeah, I don't see it just being him.
Big Dog AC Show in the Razor Sharp Studios.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We appreciate it. We appreciate you listening. Of course, we were talking about the Super Bowl tomorrow, and we'll see what happens there. The main thing we're on tonight is the backstage stuff that we've done in our past and what we've done. And I have to say, one of them I remember was my son. He was into the High School Musical thing.
Oh yeah.
And Corbin Blue was in the High School Musical, and they were touring with Drake Bell, and they were doing something.
I can't believe that from a TV show they do a whole concert.
Yeah, they were there, and so we went, and it was at the Concord Pavilion in Concord, California. We get there, we get our passes, and we're waiting off to the side to go back, and we go back, and we're standing there, and we can see Corbin. He's talking to this lady in front of us. And Corbin's dad was his manager at the time, so his dad was standing right next to him. So we're sitting there waiting. And then I realized that the lady he's talking to is Christy Yamaguchi. So I'm like, no.
Figure skater.
Yeah, the figure skater. And I'm like, holy cow, that's Christy Yamaguchi. And my son's like, wow, Dad, who's that? I had to explain it to him. So they talked for a little while, and then we walked up to meet Corbin. I said, man, I don't know how we're going to follow that, Christy Yamaguchi. Corbin's dad was like, don't worry, he'll make time for you. No problem.
Nice.
I sat there and talked to my son, got pictures with him, and really nice guy. Really nice guy. So. And
how was Drake Bell? Didn't you meet him?
We met Drake Bell. It was just a couple seconds. He was cool. He came out, got a picture and met Christian, and it was a good time. So they were cool. At least to go to my son liked to go to all kinds of different things, and I was in the position that I could do that. So. It was pretty cool. There's a couple others, who else did we meet? We met the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, you met Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I'm sorry, the cat's right here. And
don't let her do that. Yeah, there you go.
Tearing stuff up.
Yeah, we met the Backstreet Boys. They were pretty cool guys, and just a bunch of different, bands. Aaron Carter was I think the first one I ever took him to. It was Aaron Carter. And, there were some girls that were meeting him, and they were all giddy. And I said, wait your turn, man. You're going to get your turn. And he got a chance to meet him and talk to him, got a picture with him. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said you had a story about a meet and greet.
Well, no, I was just going to say, at least those guys were nice when we went, me, you, and some other people met Cinderella.
Oh, yeah.
After... their concert.
I remember that.
Yeah. The lead singer, nowhere to be found.
No.
The only one that came up to us was, what was his name? The guitar player, right?
John Karabi.
Yes.
And you know what? I don't think it was Cinderella. I think that was, I think it was Rat. He was playing guitar in Rat.
Was that Rat?
Yeah, at the time. And I saw him.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It wasn't Cinderella because John Karabi has never played in Cinderella.
Oh, well then, but Cinderella played there.
Yeah, played there at that
okay.
song.
Oh, well, that just fucking blew. Never mind, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, well, we went backstage. It was how many? There was a couple bands. It was Rat and Cinderella were playing.
Right.
That concert. Okay, and then we went back.
We went back. We were walking along, and then I saw John Corabi, and he actually did one record with the Crew and all that. So when I saw him, I was like, "Hey, John, what's up?" And he was really cool. He talked to us and everything, and it was a good show.
And I wanted to meet Cinderella. That's right.
Right.
And I was looking for the lead singer because, of course, he's recognizable.
Yeah,
right?
Tom Kiefer. Yeah.
And I think they were already on their tour bus.
Yeah, they had already got on their tour bus.
So. Yeah, so they were leaving. So I remember getting all mad.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming back to me now.
It was.
Pardon me with the 101s.
Yep.
Sorry.
They're good.
But that's what happened. Okay, but I know Cinderella played there too because that's why,
Right.
To see, because it was a little music festival thing. That's right. And I remember getting mad because none of the guys from Cinderella were out there.
Yep.
Yeah, they all took off and left.
And when we saw John walking through, we stopped him and talked to him.
Yeah, and then that's when you're like, hey.
Yep. I met Ted Nugent one time.
At a concert?
Yeah, he was playing the Warfield in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, he had Armored Saint opening up for him.
That doesn't seem...
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to meet him. He was really cool. He was just laid back dude. I met him twice, actually. The next time I saw him, I think, was at a show up north somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but yeah, I met him a couple times. The first time I met him, though, he was cool, man. He's Ted Nugent. There's no doubt about that.
Did he have the long hair? Of course, I guess, because that's what he does.
He has the long hair, and it was really cool. He signed the album that I brought with me and stuff like that. I used to try to take things with me when I go to shows to get things signed. So, get things signed. I got a lot of that stuff. It's in a box.
Well, when we have more space and stuff to put things on the wall, I think then that would be really cool to put all of our signed memorabilia up.
I think so. I mean, we're slowly but surely building up Razor Sharp Studios.
Yeah.
Getting them ready. So, let's see. What else? There's so many bands and things,
David Lee Roth, you've mentioned it before.
David Lee Roth. Yeah, David Lee Roth was crazy, man. That was a trip meeting that guy. I got a hold of his manager, his Big Ed, and he said David Lee Roth was opening for Bad Company. So he told me to meet him at the sound, where they do the sound, mix the sound. Went over there and met him. He took me into the back, and David sets up a party in a room back there with just women and beer and everything you want. It was just me and like 4 or 5 dudes in there, and all these girls, and we were like, "Yeah, this is Dave. Dave sets this up, So then Eddie came and got me. Big Ed came and got me and took me in to meet him. And I walked in. I walk around the corner, and he stands up, and he's all, "Dave, this is Dave." And I was all, "Hey." He's like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" He was so cool. He sat down, and we're sitting there, and I said, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know I appreciate your music, and thank you." And he goes, "You want a drink?" I was all, "Sure." And he reaches back behind his head and opens up a ice chest with ice, puts it in a cup, pours Jack Daniels in it, and hands it to me. We both had a drink together. Nice guy. Just really cool dude, but you want to see rock star, that's rock star.
Yeah. Wow.
Big time.
That's all he could be. I mean, what else was he going to be?
He's totally a rock star. So it was cool to meet him, and really nice guy. But man, as soon as we're walking towards the door to where he's at, these 2 beautiful women came out dressed up like cops. I was like, man,
okay.
I take it Dave's in there, huh? He's all, yep. I said, okay.
Oh, shit.
Yep. So that was one thing.
God.
But there's lots and lots of things.
You met Ugly Kid Joe too, right?
Ugly Kid Joe was cool. The guy I was with at the show played in a band with the bass player. So we went to the show, and he threw his card up on stage, and the bass player picked it up. And then he waved us over after the show. We went back and hung out, and it was pretty cool. We all were just kind of hanging out.
Now, did you get drinks there? Sandwiches?
Sandwiches. What's the deal with the sandwiches?
I don't know. I just feel like backstage they're going to have a big sandwich platter.
Well, Motley Crue played in that little theater in Fresno. We were back there, and they had a big spread, and we were eating all the food, and the guys all, that's for the band, right? We're like, oh, sorry about that.
They don't eat. They just did drugs and drink.
Yeah, we went back there, and the guy I was with knew the bass player. He's like, "Come on, man." He took him somewhere, and he said, "You can hang in here." And they had a big thing of beer, and I just sat there and had beer and talked to the other guys. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they were nice.
They're nice guys. Good band, too. Good band to see live.
Yeah. I don't think they're doing anything right now.
Nobody's doing
Well,
anything.
I know, but I don't think that they put anything new out in a
Nope.
while.
Nope.
No. Let's see. Who else? I'm trying to think of people that you might not have seen. AC/DC?
I've seen them.
Okay. Have you gone backstage?
I haven't met them.
You haven't met
I've
them, but you've seen them.
But I may have. I don't. It's been a lot.
Is it a blur? Some of it's a blur?
it's been a blur. Some of the stuff that when you're in the business, you get all those opportunities. After a while, I was just like, I'm good. I'm good. Let's go, man, backstage. Or you get a call from the record company. Hey, we want you to come up. We'll take care of you. And after a while, you're just like, come on, man.
It's Thursday night. I don't want to go.
It just gets to where, just like when I was working in radio, after a while, I just didn't want to listen to those songs anymore because it was constant. You hear them all the time. That was your job. So that's why now I listen to B-side and different stuff, because those songs are just burned in your mind forever,
Yeah, the main.
Because classic rock radio, they just play a 275 library. They just have 275 songs, and they just keep playing them. So that's why I like listening to different things and newer stuff. And,
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson, he's in a lot of trouble right now. He's in a lot of hot water right now. But I've seen him live. And
Oh, that's right. You met. Well, you didn't
I
get
was supposed to meet him,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen. But, the guy, he put on a heck of a show. And some of his songs, I like the way the music is and how they put the music together. And
I like his songs. I like his music. He is weird.
he's a weird dude. But, the thing was I was went to the show, and we had the passes. We were going to go meet him. And then the guy comes out and says he only wants the women to come backstage. And then we were like, what? And so we didn't get to go back, but the girls did. So I asked one of the girls, how was he? He's cool. Yeah, he's just sitting there, just, really quiet, just sitting there.
So why?
Yeah.
What?
It's
That's a power trip. That's him not wanting any dudes in there.
I don't know.
To be mean to him or something. He just wants the chicks.
I don't know what was going on. I just know I was bummed because I would have liked to have met him. He was a nice guy. I got to meet Ronnie James Dio, too. That guy was cool. He was so cool.
He looked like he would have been a cool guy. And he was short, right?
He's a little dude. The picture of me and him together is like, dang, man. He comes up to my waistline or something.
Because you're 6'3"?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's probably shorter than me.
Yeah, he's not very tall, but man, he can sure sing for,
Oh, yeah.
being a little guy. So there's a bunch. We could spend a whole freaking night talking about it. But
Well, yeah. But but White Zombie, you met them too, right?
yeah, Rob didn't come out though.
He's of course not.
No,
He's
he
a
didn't
star.
come out. I think that was towards the end of him stepping out on his own. So, but yeah, the guitar player, bass player, she was awesome. She came out. Drummer, they all came out and got to meet him and pictures with him and stuff like that. And
That's cool. Because I'm a big Rob Zombie fan and White Zombie.
yeah, he's good. We've seen him a couple times in concert.
Yeah, we have.
John 5 playing guitar for him, just killer.
His show is really good.
Yeah,
I like Rob Zombie. I like his music. I'll
Right.
listen to his CDs all day long.
right.
But when you go see him live, don't expect to hear the same vocal quality that you hear on the CD. I'll just say that nicely.
Yeah, it's
He's-
different.
Yeah, he is not. I don't know. He jumps around a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he jumps around a lot.
it's a good show.
But it is a very
John-
good show.
And John 5 on guitar, he's worth going to see.
Yes.
He's killer. So
Yes.
there's a few bands I've met. I mean, Dave Mustaine from Megadeth signed that shirt. I had a Fat Tuesday shirt, Arizona. I think he lives there or something, and he signed that shirt for me.
Well, that's cool.
He stuck the pen in there really good. I was like, ouch. But there's a few things. There's a lot, 20-something years of in that business. You meet and you talk to a lot of people. So a lot of them are cool. A lot of them are, like Typo Negative. Peter Steele, great band. And I'm always asking. I try to talk, when I talk to these guys, I talk gear, songs, music. I don't care about their personal life. That's their personal life. I want to talk about their gear and what they're playing and songs. So I'm standing next to Peter Still backstage. He's got a gallon of milk or half gallon of milk, and he's got a banana. And he's sitting there and he's standing there eating a banana. He's 7 foot.
Jeez.
So I look up at him. I'm like, Peter, do you write music when you're out on the road? And he just looks down at me. It's not conducive. And I was all, yes, sir. Let's go. We got to go now. He's intimidating, man. He's a big guy. So
Yeah, he looks like he's anybody who can, like in the videos, hold a stand-up bass.
yeah,
like it's a regular electric bass guitar, then he's big.
Yep.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, his music definitely will be missed. I mean, the guy he's a great musician and a great front man. So definitely be missed.
Yeah.
Definitely. Other than that, of course, Van Halen meeting Eddie a couple of times was very cool. But there's a lot of different bands,
Anybody else that stands out that was not nice?
Well, not really not nice, but just didn't want to give you the time of day. I'd have to say, when me and my brother went to see Robert Plant.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Robert Plant, we were standing there waiting for him. He was coming out to say to meet everybody, and man, he just didn't seem like he was in a good mood. He just kind of went right through and left.
Maybe they didn't refill his Viagra prescription.
I don't. Maybe Viagra dropped him from the tour or something. I don't know. But he was a little rough. But other than that, everybody's usually pretty cool. The guys in Stone Temple Pilots were really, really cool. Mm-hmm. They were nice guys. Everybody pretty much for the most part, they're down there to meet you and say hi to you and talk to you a little bit. They're all pretty cool. Vince Neil was very cool when I met him a couple times actually. Mm-hmm. When those meet and greets, when you come in, they line you up or set you up a certain way so the band could come through. So it's they're trying to get it done as fast as they can.
Yeah.
You want to sit there and talk to the guys a little more, but the main thing is get your pictures with them. That way you have those forever.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been to a couple, shows with me where we've met bands and stuff, and.
Oh, well, yeah, we met Motley Crue, too.
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't write that down. Because I was just like, oh, yeah.
It was me and you and one of our friends and his girlfriend, and then the limo driver.
Yeah.
And who does Vince get the picture with? Who are you guys?
He's all, let me stand next to the girls. And he stands between me and the other girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Nikki and then our other buddy was just like, woo, and Nick. And, there's a lot of things that I've done and seen. Bands that I've met and that are really cool. Mm-hmm. I took my dad to see B.B. King. Got a chance to do that, and he that was his favorite. He had no idea I was taking him either until we pull up in front of the venue, and he's all, "What are we doing here?" And I'm like, "Come on, let's go." And it was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome that you got to share that with your dad, though.
Yeah, he was B.B. King was a great player, and. My dad used to sneak into the clubs and see him when he played. So it was pretty cool to take him and do something like that with him.
And you have pictures.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that too. Mm-hmm. So you got a lot of stories. So should we do a Backstage 2?
Yeah, we'll do a Backstage
show?
2. We'll do a Backstage 2 Big Dog AC show in the Razor Sharp studio.
Woo! How exciting. We're big time now.
Yeah, this is, pretty nice, I guess. Hey, we got a movie review, but before that, you want to get into something else?
What, birthdays?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to do some birthdays?
Go ahead. Okay.
Well, this is the weekend of Super Bowl, but okay, so the 5th, 6th, and 7th, okay? So today's the 6th, but yesterday, well, this isn't really a rock person. This was the only person of note, and I'm going to mention him because he's Portuguese.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer player.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
He was born in 1985.
Wow.
Very fit. So, anyways, yay, Portuguese.
Okay.
Okay, I know.
All right.
So, then February 6th, Bob Marley, 1945, born this day. Passed away 1981.
Great musician, too.
Oh, yeah. And Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
Born 1911. Passed away 2004. There really weren't a whole lot of birthdays, really, this week for this weekend. Tomorrow, February 7th, John Deere, 1804. Yes, the guy that started the tractors.
Oh, really?
The tractor company, John Deere. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm an ag person. So, and then also Garth Brooks, 1962.
His birthday. Well, that's when I was born, 1962.
Oh, you and Garth Brooks are the same age.
We are.
You're a little... No, you're almost the same age, yeah. So he's a month older than you, roughly?
Yep, and he's got all the money.
Yeah, he stole all your money.
He's got all the money.
But really, that was it. There were not a whole lot of birthdays this weekend of note that we could really talk about.
No,
so
Alice Cooper had a birthday, put out a new single. So Let's see. Now the movie review is this movie is something you really are excited about, right?
I was excited about it before I saw it, but we can go into that right now. I saw The Exorcist.
Okay.
From 1973, and I don't think I really need to read an explanation or a plot or anything about what this is. You should. It's an exorcism, basically. This 12-year-old girl gets possessed, and all hell breaks loose. We'll just say that. But this movie is like 2 hours long. Okay. It's about an hour too long for me because I was ready. I was like all psyched up, and I was really like, oh my God, am I going to be scared? This is going to be fucking scary. I'm not going to be able to sleep because they're all, women went into premature labor when they saw this movie. People fainted, and it was just drama,
Right.
So I paid $1.99 to watch this, and you've already seen it, at least.
I've seen it a couple of times. You know, it's never, those kind of movies don't scare me. They're just, I can't sleep when I'm trying to sleep at night.
Well, isn't that what being scared is?
No, it's just like you think you're hearing things.
Oh, like you wake up and...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this was on, and you kept walking in and out, and I was like, you want to watch it? And you're like, no.
No.
Okay. I don't blame you, because I honestly was going to turn it off after about 45 minutes, because I kept sitting and waiting for things to happen. And I was reading some of the reviews, the more current reviews, because I was actually trying to figure out how the girl got possessed, because they never really said specifically. And how they usually have someone sends the family a little figurine or something that they find at this cursed dig. And so then, of course, it's cursed, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing like that happened. So I was thinking, did I miss something? Because how did she become possessed? And they spent this whole 15-20 minutes in the very beginning talking about how this priest, Father Marin, the one that eventually goes over there to do the exorcism, how he was at this dig in northern Iraq, and he found a figurine, and then he saw a statue of Pazuzu, that's the demon that ends up possessing the girl. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe somehow he knows the family, and then this gets shipped over there. But no, none of that fucking happened. I just don't understand why they had to spend so much time showing him at this dig site. It just didn't make sense to me. But like this one reviewer said, that it was a good movie for 1973. At the time period, it was scary for people.
Yeah.
And that we now as a society are more desensitized to the violence. And if we don't have something happening every second to hold your attention, then you get bored and you don't like it. And that is basically true, because I was bored. I was
bored
get to the shit. Yeah, I was like, get to the fucking shit, because I'm watching this for the exorcism. And anyways, okay. So then I think the way the girl got possessed was she found a Ouija board, and she was playing by herself. And Captain Howdy, that was the spirit or whoever that she contacted or was in touch with and whatever. So
Captain Howdy?
Yeah, that's what they...
The Exorcist?
Yeah, that's what... on the Ouija board, that's what they said.
Oh, okay.
But then ultimately, it's the demon Pazuzu that really took over the girl. And I mentioned to my mom that I watched this, and she said, oh, was it scary? Oh, I never wanted to watch that. I don't want to watch it. Because she's kind of religious, Catholic and stuff. I'm like, Mom, you probably would not have watched it just because there was so much cussing that the girl, when she was possessed, was doing some cussing, and she was like showing her chooch,
nice
to the doctors that came in, and sexual stuff for a little girl, but she was possessed. Okay, that's why. So I can see how some of that stuff at the time, and even now, would kind of be a little weird. But overall, in general, this was not a scary movie. The effects were good enough, I guess, at the time, of course. For that time period, they were pretty good. But, I don't know, it's just a different, 2021, it's just a different time. The stuff from 73 is just not scary anymore.
It's got to be, like they say, in your face constantly to keep you into what you're watching.
Yeah.
But at the time, though, that movie was like, that was it, man.
People lined up to see it, and they were scared shitless over this movie. And just like Rosemary's Baby was around the same time, wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
And I saw that too a long time ago, and that was not a big deal. I think people were just more scared of like the cult kind of, religious stuff like The Omen and Possession and all. I think they were more fearful
Right.
then than we are now,
Well, I think it's, at the time that movie was probably, everybody was like, whoa, like,
Yeah, they'd never
kinda
seen
like,
it.
just like Christine, the one with the car.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. Popular. Mm-hmm. Popular at the time. Nowadays, people, you paid $1.99 for it.
I did.
Jeez.
I tried to get it for free, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to rent it. But like Jaws, came out in 1975. That's the year I was born. My dad was actually watching that movie when my mom was having me in the hospital.
Really?
Yes, I remember that story. Then my mom always says that. So, but that movie is even scarier to me than The Exorcist, because technically I love the ocean, but there is stuff out there. There are sharks out there.
Yeah.
And, just mind your own business. You're in their world,
Oh, yeah.
But then that could possibly happen,
Oh, yeah.
So
But Jaws was huge. It was huge.
yeah.
I think all of them, all the Jaws movies were big.
Yeah. Well, I stopped after, I think, Jaws.
So
2.
what would you give The Exorcist? 1 out of 5 beers. What would you do?
People are going to hate me or not. I mean, I don't know if you guys have all seen it or not. I'm only going to give it 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 out of 5, because I mean, I know it was a different time period. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Well, you're a horror movie, connoisseur. You watch. That's what you watch is a horror movie. So you know what you like.
Yeah, and it's just not a big deal to me. And
Nope.
my niece is starting to get into horror movies.
Oh.
She is 13, going to be 14. So her parents are starting to slowly let her watch things. So I think she was going to try to watch It, which I don't know if that, the most recent, the remake.
Right.
I don't know if that's something that she should watch right away.
She's going to learn the hard way.
yeah,
then.
yeah, she's going to learn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So 2.5 beers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Exorcist.
Exorcist.
I'm sorry.
2.5 beers.
I think if I watch The Exorcism of Emily Rose, I
Right.
think that's supposed to be a good one. That'll probably scare me a little more. But we'll see.
You got another week until we do a show. You can watch something else and
Yeah.
come back with another movie review.
I will.
Big Dog AC Show. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate it. We're on all the formats, pretty much
all
everywhere. I'm working on the website. I'm trying to do stuff on that. It's taking me a little longer than I thought, but I'll get it figured out. Also, we're going to have snacks, all the information you need once he gets all his stuff set up to the Gracie J Foundation. I think it's Gracie J Star Foundation, something. We'll get all that information to you, and it'll be a good cause. Be prepared for if that ever happens again. You take your animal to the emergency room and you don't have the money, you gotta get the animal taken care of.
Right.
Cat, dog, whatever it is.
Right. Exactly.
Don't put emergency on your building if you're not going to,
Treat it like an emergency.
treat it like an emergency. Anyhow,
I agree.
we appreciate it. We'll be back next weekend for another show, hopefully.
Yes. We're on all the platforms.
All of
Apple
them.
Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM. We're on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, Big Dog AC Show. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok also.
Oh, yeah, TikTok. We got to do some more TikTok stuff.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
pretty fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's
So
fun.
we appreciate you, and hopefully we'll put something together again next weekend, and
Thanks for listening, everybody.
hopefully the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Go Chiefs.